Hello everyone. So I've been getting a lot of questions about Walmart, so I am going to be doing a Q&A. I'm gonna try to answer the best that I can and from what I know. So not everything is going to be accurate, it's by my experience. So first question, what position did I get hired for? And that is I started as a garden seasonal associate. So how can you apply? Go to walmart.com/careers. You make an account and then you select where locations you want to work at and what positions you want to apply for and fill out the rest, and then you take the assessment. Do they hire people without experience? So I actually have a funny story because when I first applied, it required me to put all my work experience and I was too lazy to do it. So I actually left it blank, like if I had no experience. So once they called me, I was surprised. I was like, I didn't put any experience. I went back to edit my job application and I put in all my work experience just so they could have it already. How did you get to choose your shifts, or were they assigned to you? So at first they were assigned to me. All the managers would assign my schedule, which was full-time. I would work from 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. And after that I changed position. So I went from 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. Will they train you hands-on? So I remember first time going to the floor and I was so nervous. I wanted to stay in the computers and do more CBLs, but I actually finished. I tried to hurry actually to finish with somebody that was next to me. So we finished at the same time because I didn't want to go to the floor alone. So I went with him to the floor and they took us with a manager, and the manager told us what to do. It was really simple. I was just really nervous. So when you're nervous, you kind of like, I don't know, you kind of like struggle at first, but then later on you'll get the hang of it. So I've been reading a lot about this, that the HR lady says that the score is too low. And I don't know what kind of grade they go by. Like, some people say fail, so if it says passed, you should pass, you know? They shouldn't trick you like that. That is so wrong. That is not fair. So I don't know what to say about that. I don't know how they score the answers, but it's not fair. Okay, I applied 2 weeks ago. Should I wait until they call me or call them? So a long time ago I applied at Walmart and they took like a month to call me, and then this time around that I applied they took like a few days to call me. Like I think they called me the next day. So it just really depends on your Walmart if they're hiring, because sometimes they're not hiring, and if you apply when they're not hiring then they're not really gonna look at your application. So you should always, I would recommend you to call the Walmart that you're applying to or the locations that you're applying to and ask if they're hiring at the moment. And if they are, you can give them your name and be like, oh well, I'm really interested and my name is so and so, so please keep me in mind. And that's it. And hopefully they'll keep you in mind that you really want to work and they will call you. Did you like working there? And the honest answer is sometimes yes, sometimes no. I really liked the vibe, the people there, and I didn't like that sometimes I was stressed. But I would try not to stress so much because I was like, I can only do so much, so I would try my best. And then I didn't like some of the customers, obviously, because some people could be very difficult, but I'll try my best to handle those situations. But so far I liked it more than less. I know that some people have horrible stories about working at Walmart, so everyone is gonna have their own experience, and every Walmart is different. Every Walmart has different managers. Some managers could be really mean and some could not be mean, you know? So in my Walmart, there was not a lot of managers that I didn't get along with. So I didn't have a problem with that. Next question is, did they drug test? And for me, they did. They drug tested me for garden seasonal. I don't know if they still drug test. I don't know if you will get drug tested. I don't know if they drug test only for certain positions. So I can't really answer this question because some people in my comments were like, since when does Walmart drug test? I never got drug tested, but I did. So I don't know if it varies in your Walmart. So you can go ahead and go through the hiring process, and if they tell you, oh, we're gonna have to do a drug test, then it's your choice to leave the job or not, because if you don't want to get tested, then don't take the job, you know, because you're gonna fail. Did they watch you during the drug test? And no, they actually they gave me a paper and they sent me to another facility, which is not Walmart. I guess they had a company to do the drug test. So I went to the company location and they told me what to do. They just told me to go to the bathroom and I did it in there. And that's it. This question is, what did I wear and what did others wear in the interview? So what I wore was just a kind of dressy tan shirt. It was really simple and it was kind of open right here a little bit. And then it had like gold buttons right there. It was really simple. And then some black pants and some flats. Somebody else did wear a suit and tie, and then somebody else wore jeans with a shirt and a jacket. Do they require a high school diploma or GED? So I think they do not require a high school diploma because Walmart actually has a program that helps you earn your GED. How many days is orientation? Orientation only took me 1 day, which was 4 hours. What are things that we have to take for the interview? So I remember taking my resume and my high school diploma just in case they ask for it, but the guy didn't even ask for it. He already had a copy, but it's always good to just be safe, you know? So it's up to you. Okay, so do you get paid for orientation? And yes, you do, because it's actually work. You're going in and attending the orientation. So as soon as you get there, they'll tell you to, I think they're gonna have you fill out your W-2 so you can get paid. Your badge and vest cost. So Walmart has to provide them for you. They only gave me one badge and one vest, which was really crazy because you have to be washing that one vest all the time. So they should be giving you at least two, but they only give me one. They're kind of stingy with their vests and badges. Like they would always, or with their box cutters. Every time I would lose one, they would be like, why did you lose? Where did you leave it? Where's your box cutter? And they almost sent me home because I forgot my vest. And they didn't want to give me a new vest. So the lady was kind of mean too. So she didn't want to give me a new vest. She was like, oh, okay, I won't send you home, so I'm gonna give you a loaner vest. So she gave me a loaner vest, and most of these vests are really dirty, so there was nothing I could do. So she didn't want to give me a new one, so I don't know. But then a new HR lady came and she was more nicer about it, and she would always give me whatever I needed. So it just depends on your Walmart, but your badge and vest should be free. They should provide you with one. How do I know about orientation day? So for me, after my interview, they told me that they were going to call me for orientation. So I waited, I don't remember how many days. I think it was like 2 days. And then I think I called them and they told me that they were waiting on more people to join the group for the orientation. So then after that, they called me and like the day after, and then they told me when was orientation. So you just have to wait for them to call you, but if they take too long, just call them. Next question is, what happens if you fail the assessment test? So I've had several people tell me that they fail, and I don't know what makes them fail. If it's supposed to be an assessment test about yourself, you know, you shouldn't. I don't think that it's fair for people to fail when they could be good workers. So if you fail the test, you have to wait a certain period of time. It actually tells you on the, if you watch my video on how to check if you passed the assessment, check that out, and it will tell you right there passed or fail, and then at the bottom it will tell you when are you able to retake the test. And make sure you take it when it says, because if you take it sooner, I'm pretty sure you're gonna fail. So try to do it when it says when to retake it, but for sure they will check your background. Next question is, I have orientation, what should I wear? So what I wore for orientation was back when the uniform was still mandatory, which was the blue shirt and black pants. So that's what I wore. That's what they told us to wear for orientation. Now Walmart changed its policy and you can wear whatever you want. So I would say you should just go in regular clothes that you would go to work with. Like if you were already working at Walmart, or you can ask if you still have doubt on what to wear. Next question is, do they ask you to do things that is not your job? And my answer is yes, they do. They had me everywhere in all the departments. Sometimes they would even put me in the front checking receipts, and I never got to be a cashier. Okay, next question is, also, when you got your schedule, how many days were you working part-time? So so for me, a garden seasonal associate was really busy because it's seasonal. So I think it was around school. I joined when it was like back to school, so it was really crazy. There needed to be a lot of zoning, just organizing everything. But I was working 4 p.m. to 1 a.m. That were the hours that we used to work. But that changed over time. I wouldn't really get part-time because I would be a good worker, and they just always scheduled me full-time. A new thing where you get to pick your schedule. Like if you're going to school and you can't work certain days, then you can write it on this piece of paper. You have to get a manager to approve it, and then you give it to the HR lady, and she will change your schedule to work around the days that you can't go to work. So that's a new thing that started a while back. But before, they would assign whatever schedule they wanted to schedule you. But now with the system, they can't schedule you on your days that you can't work. But if you're barely starting work, if you're barely gonna apply, I would suggest to put the most hours you can. The possibility of them hiring you is even higher if you put that you can work weekends. Next question is, how long does orientation take? So I can't tell you how long your orientation will take because every Walmart is different. But my orientation took like maybe 4 hours. They told us a schedule that we were supposed to be going for, and we were just going to be doing a CBL. We were supposed to finish all the CBLs that they had for us, and then we could go to the floor. So that's all for today's questions and answers, and let me know if you want to watch more of these Q&A videos. Bye.